Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to add voice control into your Unreal game. So your game players can use their voice to interact with your game. That will give a bit of magic to your game. Let me give you a quick demo to show you what we're going to build today. So we're going to put a very simple basic door object onto the map, and then we'll use voice to control the door, to open it and close it. Open the door, close the door. Brilliant. To do that, I would like to introduce a super powerful SDK called Voice SDK. You can download it from the marketplace by searching Voice SDK. Right, this is the one. So you can click the button to install it because I already installed all my or installed it for all my engines. So which is here. So you can click this button and see I have installed OSDK for 4 and 5. Oh, there's update. But anyway, I won't do that because we will not use this. But this is quite useful. I would like to show you if OSDK made updates, but you are using old version, they will give you this information, give you this button to upgrade the SDK to the latest version. Anyway, what we're going to do today is we're going to use a UE4, but the SDK works for all versions, UE4 and UE5. Okay, my computer is slightly slow, so when this is starting my Unreal project, I would like to quickly go through and explain you what we're going to do today. So I would like to borrow this list. So what we're going to do is create a very basic app, and we're going to add a door object, and then we'll use a keyboard to control the door, to open it and close it. Resort to voice. And once we done that, to prove the door can move, can turn, and then we will install set up the plugin and put voice control in there. So we start with the game without voice. So what I will do, I will create a game and then blank game, and I will use start content. So because I have door projects already, so we'll call it projects 3, door projects 3. Cool. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete all of the objects, so give a better vision there. Next, I'm gonna open the content folder, right click, add actor, we'll call it a BP underscore door. Uh, okay, double click to open, add a component, setting mesh, drag it to replace the root component, and click here, and then tap door, and that's the built-in door in the starter package. So you see this is the door, right? So we're gonna compile and save it. Next, we drag the door to the map, and then hit play. Okay, brilliant. Make sure you can see the door in the camera. Next thing we need to do is we want to go to the blueprint and then open the level blueprint, and then we're gonna add a bit of control to turn the door, to open the door and close the door. So I'm going to um, use a keyboard key X to open the door, and so this is the key event. Back to the map and select the door, and then back to the blueprint, right click, and then hit the button to create a reference of the door of the map. So and then we do get the root components, and then rotate, set relative location rotation, and we'll set it to 60 degree. So I'm gonna use the press to turn the door. Let's see. X. Yep, that works, but doesn't reset the door. So what we need to do is um, we're gonna give a reset to turn it back. So set the target and then use release to reset it. Let's see what happened. Come on, don't crash. Okay, it's not crashing. Next, yep. So you see, yeah, I know what's wrong. Okay, I need to set this to 0. That should be okay. X release, X release. Fantastic. So we can control the door with alt voice. So what we need to do next, we will set up the plugin, and then we'll add voice control there. Okay, back to the page. So it's saying create a app, install the plugin. We already installed. Create the app created. We also install the plugin. Let's follow the readme. Okay. Right. So here marketplace user. So installed, and then next we need to enable that. Right. Cool. We need to come to the settings and go to the plugin folder, and then hit this tick box and then restart it. This is normal because uh, any plugin you enabled in the editor, it will ask you to restart. Right. After that, we need to add one more line into 2 lines into this file. I think we need to restart the player again. Okay, we'll just close it and restart it again. Right. We'll go to the 3 project, come to here and this file, right click, edit. I'll paste it here and make sure you save it because I forgot many times and it just doesn't work. So after you save it, close it and come back to here and start the project. Right. So once we've done that, once we've done that, we'll need to then follow this document. We'll come to Wit.ai, right? What is Wit.ai? Wit.ai is actually the back of WebSDK, which is the AI part. This is the AI part. So we need to come to Wit.ai and log in with your Facebook account and click the button to create an app. So we will just call it door 3 and click the create button and then close this window and come to here, come to the understanding view, and basically in here we need to teach the AI how we want to use to interact with the game. So we need to teach the AI um, um, what command, what we want to do. All right. So what we'll do, we'll input open the door. So this is what how we want the user to interact with the game. Open the door. Okay. So we're thinking this is a voice command. So what we need to do is um, choose an intent, and then we just name it door control. All right. Our command is to control the door. click the button which will create intent, and we'll also mark open as a parameter. So because later we're gonna have another parameter called close. So both of them, so close the door and open the door, both of them are the same command but with different parameter. So we'll just give it okay, create a new entity, entity for open, no, op operation name, for example, and then click create entity. Is basically creates a parameter, and the whole thing is a command called door control, and open is the operation name, right? So and then click the train and validate button. So basically, it will send all the information to AI to let AI to learn and digest that. Okay, and then we'll teach the AI another command which is close door. So AI can know first we need to tell AI this is a door control, and close is operation, right? So now the AI should understand both close the door and open the door. Hit this button again, it will learn, and that is it probably take a minute, about a minute. So don't worry, we don't have to wait for it. Next thing we need to do is come back to settings, and then hit this button here under server token, server access token. It will copy the token for you, and then we done all jobs on Wit.ai. We need to come back to our game to set up the plugin, the SDK to connect with Wit.ai app we created. We need to come to this menu and click configuration editor, and then paste the server token here, and then we give the name, so we just call it voice config, right? Hit create button, and it will create it for us. And we need to refresh and click somewhere else and come back, otherwise that config doesn't show up. Right, once we've done that, we need to create actor which should represent the voice SDK, and we drag into the map. So we need to tap voice, and then you can find out something called app voice experience, and select, and we call it BP voice. Okay, and then drag the voice control, the voice BP into the map, and then click the down here you see voice and configuration, and select the config we just created. And now we connected AI with your game, and now we connect with AI with SDK new game. Next thing we need to do is to active the microphone, and user then can talk to your game. Um, so to do that, first thing, again, you need to click the the BP voice blueprint, and then right click. Sorry, I forgot to mention. You need to go back to your blueprint. We'll open the level blueprint. We'll do everything on the level blueprint. So what we need to do, we need to right click and create reference to that, and then we'll do activate voice input, which basically will turn on the microphone so user can give input. Same thing, we'll use keyboard Z to activate it. So basically, once we run the game, once user hit the key, it will turn on the camera so user can talk to the game. Once user give voice input, and the Wit.ai will receive the voice, and then process the inputs, and then return us all results with intent and the parameter um, um, we set up in Wit.ai. But we need to receive it. So to receive it, we need to add a listener to the blueprint. So let me add that. So what we do is we need to get a component called a with event, and then from here we can bind event. So many different events. We'll start with the partial transcription. So the partial transcription is just a transcription. So the reason we call it partial because it doesn't wait for the very end. It will give you a transcription very quickly when you are still talking before you finish. So that will give you a very good uh, um, feedback. So what we need to do is we need to um, add the event at the very beginning of the play. Okay, and then we'll create an event here, and then when that event happens, we're gonna just print out. It's better to have a UI component here and print out the UI, print out the transcription of the UI. But to make it simple and easy and quick to start, so we'll just print it out. We'll also do we'll also do we'll also register another event. So I'll create a sequence here. Sorry. So okay, that will be the sequence, and then what we'll do, we'll bind another event, which is response, right? Is called rate response. So that's actually all the parameters we need. But that only happens once you finish your voice input. You finish user finish talking, right? Right. It will create event as well. Let's do a bit of clean on the diagram. Then this one we will process and extract the parameters we're looking for, right? So we'll not deal with false. If it's not successful, we'll not deal with it, just to keep the blueprint nice and clean, right? So what we're gonna do is first we're gonna break the response, and then you see all of the information in the response. So what we're looking for, that information in intents entity. Intents is the command, entity is the parameter, right? And what we expect, so we will just get the very first intent. It will return several intents, and then the top one is the top scored one. So because when you give voice input, the AI will try to process it. It may give you more than one potential results, because right now we only have one intent, so it will be the one um, as the very top score, right? What we want to do is we will verify um, uh, we will verify the name, right? We'll check the name, we'll print out name, and what we expect is the name is something called a door control, right? So what we'll do is check if the value is door control. That means user want to control the door, and then next to it we want to check if the entity is open or closed. To do that, um, we will need to know the entity's name. So this is here is some dictionary, or it's called map or whatever, and the key is the entity name. The entity name is here, is this name, not that name. So make sure you copy this one, not the short one. So you put it here as a key, and then we'll extract the parameter we're looking for, and from there we'll check if we have it, right? If we have a parameter with the name, and then we will check if it's equals to. Sorry, we need to break that down. Uh, so we'll check the value if it's equals to um if it's equals to open, and then or if it's uh, equals to close, right? If it's equals to open or close. If it's open, we can open the door. Okay. If it's open, we're gonna then open the door. Otherwise, we'll check if it's closed, and then we close the door, right? So we will be able to use the code from here, which is the door control by the key. But I would like to make this more useful, so I'll just break this down, and then I'm gonna create a customer event. Customer event. So that name will be door open. Door open. Okay, so that's the event which will open the door. This will close the door, and then from here, this will open, and once you release, I'll close. I'll close the door. Right, this is the okay. And then what we will do from here is once if this is open, and then we'll just call the door open function, and if this is a close, we'll just call the door close event, which will close the door, right? Let's quickly go through the blueprint again. So at the very beginning, we created the key, use key X to call the two events, close and open, and then once events happened, we're gonna rotate the door, which will do door open and door close, and here we are going to use the this key to active voice, and once we activate this voice, it will open the map for user to give voice inputs, and then we are adding event listener to listen to the results from voice SDK. This one is a very simple one. We just print out the partial transcription, so that will give user um, um, quick feedback telling user we are listening, we're processing, but we are not able to give the final results until user's voice finished. So once user's voice finished, we will be able to get the results from the SDK, and all results is in the response. And in the response, we can see intents and entities, and we're getting those the very top intent, and then we'll extract the name out, and then we'll compare with that to see if this is for door control. If yes, and then we'll pick up the parameter from entities, and if it's open, and then we just open the door. If it's closed, and then we'll close the door. Okay. And then this is open, close. Okay. Let me give a very quick run to see if that works. Open the door, close the door. Wonderful, it works. Oh, brilliant. Let me quickly go through what we did again. So at the very beginning, we created an empty app, and then we added a door object into the map, and then we add a bit of door control, open the door and close the door without voice command to prove the door can turn open and close. And next we install the plugin, and we set up the plugin by following this page, and we enabled Wit SDK, and then we come over to Wit.ai, created the app, and then we teach the AI to let the AI know what kind of voice command we want to offer to user, and the app now understand the command, understand how to open the door, what user will interact with us, what user input will be if user want to open the door, and what the input looks like if user want to close the door. And after that, we copy the token from there, and then we put the token back to the game, and then now the game connect with the app, and then we activate the voice, and then we also add the code to listen to the results and to add the listener to the results, and then we do control the door accordingly. So that's all. That's all for the demo. You may ask me that um, why you say close the door, why not shut the door? Oh, this is super easy and simple to do. So what you need to do is come over to management and come to entity and click the operation name. So you can see this is two parameters values, two parameter values. One is closed, one is open. So if you want to call something else, you can just put in there. For example, you see shut is closed as well, or you want to say kick the door is open as well, or you also can set up recite the door means close as well. All works for you, and which should start to work immediately. Let me give you a very quick demo back to here in the game, right? Kick the door. Okay. The next. Reset the door. Shut the door. Cool. It's working perfect. This is all I want to show you today. Hope you find this useful. Remember, uh, come to marketplace and search for Wit SDK. Thanks for watching. Hope you found this useful. Bye.